Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I can't believe it's already that time of year, but I think it's time to start doing some college prep. It's crazy how fast time goes. It feels like I just graduated high school and I'm already going into my second year of college, which is just crazy. But what's nice about going into my second year is that I've already done the whole college prep and move in for the first year, so I feel a little bit more prepared when getting ready to move into my dorm again. And of course, I'm taking you guys along with. I do want to thank Zip for sponsoring today's video, but I will talk to you guys about them in just a little bit. I go to UC San Diego, and what's cool about my school is that we get 2 years of guaranteed housing on campus. For your first year, most people are in the regular residence hall dorms, which are like the suites, so you're sharing like a suite with like 16 people and you have like communal bathrooms and everything and not really like a kitchen. But for second year housing, most people get an apartment style dorm on campus where you're living with less people and you get your own like living room and kitchen. And I'm so grateful for housing this year. It's kind of like a lottery system, but I ended up getting into one of the newest apartment dorms on campus, which has like a full-size kitchen. I think it has 2 full-size fridges and all the appliances, and I'm just so excited. And also our own living room too. And I feel like that's just gonna be so fun and feel a little bit more like I'm adulting, like kind of like I'm living on my own but not quite yet. So I'm super excited. And I think to start off my planning, I kind of need to plan out my plan, if that makes sense. I kind of just want to plan out everything that I want to do in preparation for my dorm and just for going back to college in general. Like I said, it makes it so much easier to plan for like packing and moving into your college dorm when you kind of already have like a plan set up. So I just kind of want to lay out and outline everything that I want to do to prep for moving into my new dorm and just for this whole transition from home back into college. So I just made a little blank page and I'm just gonna kind of write out an outline, or like I guess kind of like a to-do list of everything that I want to get done. I kind of like to add to this list as I go and as I figure out what different things I want to do, but I kind of just wrote down a baseline of things that I want to do / get done in preparation for moving into my college dorm. And all these things I will not be able to do in one day or like one video, so you'll definitely see these things happen over some time. But one of the big things I want to do is figure out what appliances / shared bigger items I am going to bring versus not going to bring. There's some newer things that I have for my apartment this year because we have like a kitchen and a living room that I would love to bring. And then there's also things that I had in my dorm last year that because I have a kitchen, I don't really know if I'll need, such as my mini fridge. And I actually just got a few things from Best Buy that I think would be great to bring into the new apartment. So I figured I would unbox those and show them to you guys. Again, I want to say thank you to Zip for sponsoring today's video. I wanted to focus first on the kitchen and living room areas because those are 2 living areas that I didn't have last year. Therefore, I am least prepared for those. Like I have the least amount of items. So that was my main focus. And specifically for the kitchen, I felt like there were 2 main kitchen appliances besides the stove and microwave and fridge that the kitchen comes with. That would be so helpful. Starting off, I picked out the Ninja Air Fryer Pro. There are so many things you can do with an air fryer, and I feel like it's such a big essential for any kitchen, and especially one in a college dorm. Let's go ahead and unbox it. This is the Ninja Air Fryer Pro 4-in-1, and it's basically just a great high quality air fryer. This one says it has a 5-quart capacity and it has a lot of different features. You can air fry, roast, reheat, dehydrate, and it's a perfect size to have just on the kitchen counter. So my apartment mates and I can use it whenever. I think an air fryer is such an important college apartment essential, and I'm so excited to bring it next year. And the second thing I got is the Ninja Detect Power Blender Duo Pro. I personally love making smoothies, and I definitely wanted a blender so I could make them and other things in the dorm. This blender also comes with 2 24-ounce single-serve cups, which is great, and it makes me so excited to be able to make these things in my dorm. I think I want to keep these packaged up just so it's a little bit easier to transport to my dorm, but I'm so excited, and you'll definitely see me using these in my dorm to make a bunch of things in the kitchen. And there's one more thing that I got, but it was a little bit too big to carry up to my room. But the third and final thing that I got is a TV. I got a 65-inch Roku TV. Like I said, because I'm going to be living in an apartment, I'm gonna have a kitchen, but also a living room. And personally, I love watching TV shows, having movie nights, being able to connect games and play those. I knew I wanted a TV for the living room, and I'm sure everyone else in the apartment would love it as well. The TV is pretty big, it's great quality, and I think it'll definitely make the space a lot more comforting and just fun to hang out in. Just these 3 things are such big game changers, I think, for my apartment. And not only will I enjoy using them, but I know my roommate and also the other people living in our apartment will enjoy using them as well, and I think that's just so great. And Zip made buying these products at Best Buy so much easier and way less stressful. And like I was saying, with prepping for my dorm, I wanted to get ahead and stock up on some things for my apartment next year. And if you're in the same position and you want to stay on a budget, this is for you. Best Buy has so many great options for stocking up on apartment essentials, and Zip is a payment option at Best Buy that allows you to pay in installments, so you can feel more confident and have flexibility with your purchases. Basically, Zip lets you buy now and pay later in easy installments over time, so it's super flexible. And Zip is perfect for bigger Best Buy purchases that I would usually put off, but now I don't have to. If you have used Zip at Best Buy, let me know how it went for you. I would highly recommend it, especially going into college and moving in. There's so many essentials that Best Buy has, and using Zip to buy all of it will make it way more stress-free and help you feel more confident in your purchases. Make sure you guys go take a look at Best Buy and use Zip to check out to split your payments. It's super easy. If you're back to school shopping or prepping to move into college, Zip can help you get all of the things you need at Best Buy without all the stress. I do want to say thank you again to Zip for sponsoring today's video. These few things from Best Buy are definitely going to transform my space. Being able to start prepping and planning for my apartment just gets me so excited, and so I'm really looking forward to everything. I really need to do a tech refresh with all of like my tech that I use for school, which is basically my laptop and my iPad. I like to do this before every school year, but basically it's just where I refresh everything on it, clear up some storage, delete unneeded things, also refresh like the case and everything. I want to make sure to clean out my room at home. Not only will that help me figure out what I want to bring to school, but it's also just so nice to kind of have a fresh start here at home for when I come home to visit, and just so that I know like when I go to college, I'm not leaving my room like cluttered and like a mess. I also want to go through my clothes and list and sell items on Depop. I started doing this when summer started, but I would love to continue to do it until I end up going to college. Related to clothing, I will want to go through my clothes once again and figure out what exactly I'm gonna want at school and what I'm okay with leaving at home. And also going back to how I'll have a kitchen in an apartment this year, I might need to figure out like the smaller things that I might need to buy for that, like get in contact with my apartment mates and figure out like who's gonna buy or bring what, like utensils, plates, pans, like stuff like that. And like I said, this is all a process, but it's nice to just have it written down as a layout so I can make sure I get everything that I want done. Similar to last year, I'm definitely going to make my college prep a mini series on my channel. I cannot do everything in this one video, so if you're interested, definitely watch out for those videos. They'll be coming out periodically in different vlogs, like I said, similar to last year, and I feel like it's just so hard to be able to do all your college prep and move-in preparation in one sitting or like one day. And on that note, I actually wanted just to give you guys some tips on move-in or prepping for move-in or back to school, college, all that type of stuff. Since this is my second year moving into college, I figured I would just give you guys some of my tips and tricks that definitely were helpful last year and that I'll be implementing this year as well. So first, like I had kind of just hinted at, don't leave everything for like one day, and also start a little bit earlier than you might think. It doesn't mean you need to start packing everything right away and buying a ton of things at once, but definitely start kind of doing what I did earlier, like lay out the different things you want to get done. I think making lists, whether that be wish lists on, for example, the Best Buy website of things that you're gonna buy, to-do lists, anything like that, just kind of help you organize all of your stuff and also everything you need to get done. Definitely that's super helpful. Also finding like a common storage place. I know this can be kind of hard because especially going to college, like there's so many things that you put together to bring to school, but finding a place somewhere in your house to kind of store it all together is really helpful when you're kind of figuring out how everything's gonna fit in like the car, how you want to pack everything up. Having it all in one spot is really nice, and it also helps you not forget things, because what I did last year is every time I got something that I was gonna bring to college or I found something in my room that I wanted to bring, I put it all in one spot, and that really helped for when I was packing to feel more reassured that everything that I wanted and I had planned to bring are all in this one space, so I just need to put it together and pack it. And this is also helpful for the summer between 2 years of college. That's what I've been doing this summer, is everything that I brought home from last year that I don't really need in the summer, I kept in one spot, and that is where I'm going to be putting, for example, these items that I got from Best Buy for my apartment next year, just to have it all together. If you guys have any questions about anything watching. Always, my comments and DMs are open. I try to respond to them as much as I can. I know I've already said this a few times, but just like filming this video and unboxing these things from Best Buy and just talking about all of this is just making me so excited to go back to college. I feel like this time of year can be stressful, but the ways that which you go about it can also help ease that stress and make things a lot easier, such as using Zip for your purchases at Best Buy. But yeah, I think that is all I'm gonna do for this prep video. Having these large appliances purchased and all packed up and ready to go for the kitchen slash living room is a great start for prepping for my dorm slash apartment, and I will definitely keep you guys updated along the way as I keep prepping and getting ready for my second year of college. And once again, I want to say thank you to Zip for sponsoring. Definitely make sure to go take a look at the Best Buy website and use Zip to check out to split your payments. It's so helpful, especially for this back to college, back to school time, and I would highly recommend. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!